Hey y'all, hey. Happy full moon in Capricorn. So I am making this video because I created a full moon video, right? Literally days ago. I have been trying to upload it on my page on YouTube and it's not uploaded. Moons are very important to me for a lot of reasons. So it was also important for me to just get on here and give y'all this energy and share this information with y'all. That reading was lit. It's not uploading. Can't see it. That's fine. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of a moment to get in here. And then no matter who's in here, I'm going to do what I need to do, what I'm supposed to do, so I can get this message out. I want to thank you guys so much for all the love today. I feel very loved on my social media and beyond. It is a very interesting day, heavy but light. Shout out up to all of the adults who eat applesauce. It's my favorite thing. But yeah, we're gonna go over all the signs. Hold on. All signs reading. And again, this is my fault because, well, it's not my fault because my video ain't uploading on YouTube. I don't know what's going on. It's like the most frustrating thing, but I want to get this information out. So, let me wet my whistle and then I'm going to begin. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's my husband. Hold on. Hello. Hey, I'm on live talking to myself. Okay. All right. I'll see you when you're gone. Love you. Bye. Okay. Because I'm a real person. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start out with the first and foremost for the collective. This full moon in Capricorn is about you taking the opportunity to face what is necessary to get where you want to be. And a lot of times, especially like the moon is based on emotion. So a lot of times it's a feeling like it's stopping you. It's like, oh, I feel this way. Or sometimes it's like your thoughts get in the way. But what's interesting right now, we're in Mercury retrograde shadow period. And this moon is in the sign of Capricorn, which is earth energy, which is stability. If you know Capricorn, that energy is like, let's get to the money. Let's get to the bag. Let's do the thing it needs to do. It's very practical. So if there's a difficult conversation that you need to have or like an emotion or something that you're processing, this is the perfect energy to deal with that and also like push forward in that. I made a post on Facebook that I really sat and channeled and I'm getting a lot of love on it. So we on Facebook. So I appreciate, you guys looking into that. But there's things that it goes over what you shouldn't do. One thing I just want to speak about is control, right? A lot of people want to control outcomes. They want to control partners. They want to control things. And sometimes you can't even control your thoughts, right? Because you just can't stop ruminating over something. But this full moon in Capricorn is really speaking to about letting that go. Because at the end of the day, what is you being stubborn getting you, right? Staying in that relationship, staying in that job, being mad about shit, being petty. Where are you going? Where are you getting from that? Nowhere and nothing. So it's just like, let that shit go. Another thing is overspending and flexing. Let me tell you, Capricorns is the realest motherfuckers, and they get some get money bitches. You need to be like that. And also, you need to be okay with your slow season. And I know it's summer. And I know your friends is outside. I know what you want to do. But guess what? Focus on your responsibilities, okay? Because summer is a season, but also it's winter and fall. And you don't want to be fucked up when it's cold outside. So stop worrying about what everybody else out there doing and worry about what you can do, right? This is a very responsible moon and also very responsible energy. So if you're not feeling it, it's fine. This energy is going to definitely be important over the next 2 weeks. And I ain't gonna fight you about it, okay? I'm just telling you what they told me to tell you, so this is why I'm telling you that. Take care of your responsibilities and do not neglect your health. If there's something that you need to do, just do it. It's better to do it now than to wait. Also, with the Capricorn energy, there'll probably be less tape or less like bullshit around it. You know how you be like, oh, I gotta call the people, and then you going back and forth with the people. You leave a message, blah, blah, blah. Capricorn, this Capricorn full moon energy is like literally going to support you with getting things done. So it's important to get them done, as well as if there's health issues, you want to look into them. You want to make sure that you rest before your body rests for you. And also, under the Capricorn energy, there might be answers and things that you didn't see, and you're definitely going to get to the bottom of it because the Capricorn is a practical energy. Also, do not let your pride, this is very important, don't let your ego and your pride get in the way of what God has for you, because you, like I was talking about the control, you don't want to relinquish control, but a lot of that has to do with your ego. Who are you truly serving with that ego? Not yourself. Another thing to be mindful of is not being passive aggressive or giving people opportunities and they don't deserve them. Big on the passive aggressive, because I hate a passive aggressive bitch. Like that passive aggressiveness is like, you can just please go away. Don't be passive aggressive. Say that shit from your chest, okay? Whatever it is, say it from your chest. And don't worry about losing relationships with people. The full moons are for releasing and shedding. And I know, but I was sitting in my meditation thinking about that to like this whole week, right? There's so much you do to keep calm, keep the peace, keep cool. But also, sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker know, okay? And this is what the Capricorn moon is about. Letting a motherfucker know and letting them be released. Because guess what? If they're in alignment with you, they'll stay with you. But if you're in this energy and you want to cuss a bitch out, that means you were supposed to been cuss that bitch out. And I stamp approve, okay? Lastly, I always say this, you have to think big, okay? Think big, bitch. Do not think small. Do not play yourself small. If you know any Capricorn, all the Capricorns I know, they are very regal. They are very grounded. They are very bag-getting, well-adjusted folks. You need to walk with your head high like that too. Call into that Capricorn. What's so funny is like Capricorn can be very granddaddy energy, but to me, all the Capricorns I know are very fun, very wild, very like out there, but also they handle their business. I love people like that. I literally love people who can work a 12-hour shift and then do crazy stuff. Like you go party with them, they doing all the drugs, drinking all the stuff. Next day in the morning, 7 o'clock, they are fully dressed, to the T, and just doing what they got to do. Like, that is just so exciting to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a Pisces. Maybe it's the chaos of me being a Gemini rising. I don't know. But I love that shit, and I live for people who can live like that, okay? So, that's just the general energy we're in. Releasing, letting go, moving motherfuckers around, and also knowing your worth. And adding tax. Spirit wanted me to say adding tax because you're playing with yourself. So let me go ahead and just for the collective, everybody that's in here, hi, glad you're here. I'm going to just pull some messages for the collective. Release resentments about money. Clear your debts. And take the divinely guided change. Most of you that are watching this is talking about getting your bag together. And that totally tracks, totally aligns as we're speaking about Capricorn energy. You need to stop thinking that you don't deserve things. Stop thinking that you're not going to earn enough. Stop thinking that it's not your time. And step into who you are. Step into who Spirit wants you to be and who Spirit wants you to be seen as. You are the one putting yourself in a corner. God does not have a budget, right? And also clear your debt. You need to stop DoorDashing shit. You need to get off of all them afterpays and, you know what I'm saying, pay your bills and pay your bills on time, okay? So pay your bills and pay your bills on time. Now I'm going to get into each individual sign. Let me open up this on my page. I am offering free and paid readings. If you want to make sure that your question is answered, go ahead and I tag my information in there, my Cash App or whatever. So go ahead and drop a little $3 for some grand insight, okay? But we're about to start with the sign of Aries, just the energy surrounding you for this full moon in Capricorn, and what it is that you need to release, okay? So we're going to start off with Aries. I'm going over every sign. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so, and bear with me because I am new to like using two devices at the same time, okay? And not the other line when my phone froze. Okay, there we go. All right. So, Aries, what is going on with you? Spirit is saying in this season for the full moon, you are stepping into being seen truly as you are. I see that you're supported and nurtured and allowed to be in your full authentic self. I love this for you, Aries, because I feel like sometimes you can be interpreted as very abrasive or like maybe too high energy. But this is saying that you have found your tribe, you found the people that's fucking with you, you found exactly what you need to be grounded in. Like, this is speaking to community. This is also speaking to being celebrated and just having good friendships. And it's not the type of friends that are like, you'll see them and then you won't see them for months. This is like really people that are true blood and proven that they are who they say they are. And it's reciprocal energy with this nurturing. I feel like you wanted this for so long, not just because of everybody wants a tribe, but the beautiful thing about this for you is you get seen fully in this energy and you don't have to be different. You just get to show up as you are. So that's good. That's what this full moon is bringing to you. And that also lets me know that you've more than likely been doing the work to allow that to happen. So good for you. Good for you. So we're going to go ahead and move right along into the sign of Taurus. Whew. You are overworked and overwhelmed. And Spirit is saying that this time, this full moon is making you pause. I think something happened earlier today. If it wasn't at work, and if it didn't happen today, it happened last night, and that shit got you so heated that you're like, you know what? This ain't working. And I'm saying that because right in between the cards is playfulness. You are now starting to look at things like, I do not have to be doing all this stuff for all these people, overworking myself. It's like you're managing it, but also like, do you have to be the one to manage it? Do you have to be the one to do everything for everybody? Do you have to be the one to wear the burden? You don't. For some of you, though, you're almost done with a project or like a season, and you're just planning like what your rest is going to be, like where you going to go, what you going to do. Like you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But for a lot of you, it's just like you got too much shit going on. Like you got too much responsibility. And also, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that you got all this stuff that you got to do, and I don't really see the people around you helping or supporting. And part of that is too, you need to speak up and tell people that you need more out of them. And yes, they might disappoint you, but guess what? If they can't step up, then they need to step the fuck out the way and be replaced. Even them kids, send them away to their grandma's house, okay? Because they already expensive anyway with all the food they eating, with it being summertime. You know, them PEBT cars coming too slow. What they call them, SNAP food benefits. I used to be a welfare worker, so I be thinking I love something. But anyway, moving right along into the sign of Gemini. Gemini. This is so funny because I'm a Gemini rising. This full moon got you ready to get back to your bullshit, okay? You got the nightlife card here. talking about being outside and relaxing. 420 speaks to relaxing, but also the Ace of Wands speaks to a new energy. I feel like now you are so excited and ready to go for some of the things that you want, but also you're inspired to reconnect. Like, I feel like you have been keeping your head down, trying to get things done, and now it's just like, listen, I earned a break. And baby, you gonna break, okay? You about to break. And this is so funny because obviously I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. But I'm a Gemini rising. I am literally taking off a couple days next week. And this is literally, maybe I'm channeling myself. So I hope the rest of you Geminis are on the same timeline. But you're just about to have you're gonna have a decent weekend, but you're going to have a great week and the rest of the summer ahead because you're prioritizing yourself. You're doing what you need to do for you. You know, you living your life, okay? Now, let me pull for everybody else because clearly they wanted to tell me that. But let's pull for y'all, okay, the other Geminis. For some of you, you are... this full moon is bringing up some issues with your family. I think there's been some secrets that got revealed today or last week, or they're coming up that you kind of already got an inkling for, but you don't know fully about. I also feel like for some of you, your family just is really exhausting you, and you're spending so much energy on like taking care of them, but things are at a disadvantage and like these things are very unbalanced. I say that because we have the family card here with the Queen of Cups in reverse, and you're doing your best to hold on and keep the faith, but like it's hard to tell your family no. It's hard to step out of this space, but most importantly, it's hard for you to recognize that you're not being supported. And I feel like this is not a position that you created for yourself. This is a position you picked up for other people, and it's all emotional. And you're not really like emotional in that way. You're very logical. So it's like you're getting very irritated because people are not doing what they're supposed to do, and it's really simple. So I'm sorry that is what you're going through, but also the full moon illuminates the darkness because here's what we need to do. Since things are not working the way they're supposed to be working and working for you, now you need to have them conversations, okay? Whatever comes up in these readings when it comes to the full moon, that's not for you to take and sit on. It's for you to say, oh, you know what? You're right. Fuck this bullshit. Let's transmute. And that's the thing about energy, y'all. You have to transmute it. If you don't like something, you have to change it. We are energy alchemists, okay? You can make water into wine just like Jesus if you think about it hard enough. Moving right along into the sign of Cancer. Baby, this full moon giving everybody tired, okay? And that's crazy because I was tired today too. And I was like, let me get up and do this because I was so mad my video ain't post. You burnt out. But the thing about it, okay, so here's the thing. Cancer. You're focused on your money. And it has you really tired because you want to make sure you have all the things you need, but you're running yourself raggedy to get them, and then you're not really being honest with yourself about what you really need. And the reason I'm saying that is because you acting like you had nothing. You got a lot more, but you just like, it's like, it's giving Scrooge McDuck. Y'all know Scrooge McDuck. Okay, this is Disney character, and the motherfucker used to be jumping into like beds of coins, like he had like a pool of gold coins. That's what you want. You want all the money, you want all the stuff, but it's like, you also don't want to gamble to get it. You want to get it specifically in a way you are, and that's you're burnt out, you're exhausted, and you're being too dogmatic in regards to how to have your security. I think it's important to be focused on money and to like be grounded and taking care of things. But when we talk about these two cards, it's like at what expense? Because this to me says you're exhausted. Also speaks about being empty and burdened. If you keep going at this rate, it's not going to matter because you're going to make yourself sick, and then that's going to be more money. So it's up to you. I'm on my business, but you got too much going on, Cancer. Let me pick another message. If that didn't resonate, let me shuffle these cards. For some of you, love situations are coming up. Twin flame is here. This makes a lot of sense, especially with it being your birthday season. So you know how people be trying to see how you doing. Also, we're in a Mercury retrograde shadow period, so that's also people trying to tap into your energy. I do not believe in twin flames, soulmates, all that stuff, but I do believe that people can hijack into your energy. Like, I do believe people are like interconnected, but I wouldn't call it like twin flames. Anytime this card come out, anytime that conversation come out, I'm gonna say that because I don't believe. Y'all see me talking about I don't believe in this, and God said shut up. That's crazy. No, but I still don't believe in it. Like, but this is giving that. This is giving that. Y'all see, I ain't one of them tarot readers like, if cards drop out. That shit is so corny to me. Not sorry if that's what you do, but I just be putting them together and reading what they say. Okay, for some of you, you might be disconnected with your partner. Y'all had issues. Y'all getting back together. For others of you, there is a marriage that's coming up. For others of you, you're taking your relationship to the next level. For others of you, there's a friendship. Like there's a guy or girl. Y'all got a little titty look, so you're welcome. There's a guy or girl that's coming towards you. Well, not a guy or girl that's coming towards you. Let me say this different. You got a friend that want to take it to the next level, and you gonna go for it, and it's gonna be a good thing for you, right? But this is definitely giving relationship upgrade. So I'm happy for you, Cancer. Y'all need that. Y'all need that. Do you need that? Okay, so I just keep saying stuff. Let's go ahead and transition right into the next energy, which will be Leo. Ooh, child. Leo you're in this interesting space right now. I think there was a time for some of you, you no longer want to do the things that you used to do, like make excuses or, get in your own way. You're with your birthday coming up. This full moon is bringing up how you want to be seen, how you want to show up, who you want to be now. And you're doing your best to develop new habits around that. But at the same time, although you want to grow, you're having a difficult time letting go of who you used to be fully and completely, and that's totally fine. I feel like this full moon is kind of allowing you to see yourself at the crossroad, and you're like, do I continue? Do I let go? Do I do whatever? And that's fine. I think it's important for you to be here because it's going to help you transition into what's next, because you have a lot of great ideas, and you're standing 10 toes onto who you truly want to be now. Like you're standing in this, your mindset is there, you're ready to take the right action, because we have this Ace of Swords card here, but it's just building those healthy habits around it. It's a little difficult for you right now, but listen, anytime you do something for the first, like going to the gym, you pay for it, you get in there. Okay, I'm here. What equipment do I use? Oh, okay, I'm on the treadmill. But what's my goal? Oh, I want this other stuff, so I got to lift some weights. Oh, well, I got to make sure I'm tired after that. Oh, I got to make sure I eat. What do I eat? When do I eat? Did I drink water? It's levels to the shit is what I'm saying. So don't get overwhelmed or feel like once you do the one thing that puts you on track. This is a whole strategy. This is a whole pathway, but you're on the right track. Keep going, okay? I'm not going to pull nothing else for y'all, Leo, because I just feel like that's what you need to hear. That's what they telling me to, so I'm going to do it. But I feel like a lot of you, that's what you need to hear. For some of you Leos, I know why. You need to shut up. You need to stop. You need to stay out of other people's business, and you need to mind your own. You need to mind your motherfucking business. This is speaking to being disciplined and... how can I say it? You want more out of life, right? But you get real petty sometimes and focus ain't got nothing to do with you, and that's halting you. And that's what the full moon is allowing you to see. Like, You can't be over here gossiping and being everybody's business and then don't want anybody to say anything about what you're doing, or also not having the willpower to let go of those bad habits, right? Like, gossiping is a bad habit. Sharing other people's information, being nosy, all of that is a bad habit. You need to focus on you. That is what this Chariot card is speaking about. Your ambition, your goals, where you're trying to go. Chariot is action and it's moving forward. How you got time to be looking at what somebody else, like, this is this. Why are you looking behind you? Mind your motherfucking business, Leo. Doing too much. And that tracks, because I got a Leo. And she definitely be in people's business. Worried about it. And that's another thing, too. Some of y'all be worried about what people got to say about y'all. That's none of your business either. What other people think about you ain't got nothing to do with you. Please understand that. All right, moving right along from Leo to Virgo. This is beautiful. Finally, Virgo. Finally, the perfectionist of the zodiac. You are ready to be who you need to be. We got harmony and 10 of Pentacles. In this full moon, you are finally looking at, hey, how far can I really take this shit? I got my peace. I got my family support. I'm going exactly where I would like to go. How far can I take it? I see a lot of you having increases of money coming as a result of this full moon. I see you guys setting up wealth for your family as a result of this full moon. I see you guys finally just reaping what you sowed, but also being set up to other people looking at you and respecting you in a way that they're supposed to. Like, you've been a leader, but you weren't moving like a leader, and now you are, and other people see it. And that's what's coming out from this full moon. It's finally like you got your aha moment. Love that for you. All right. And we're going to move right along into Libra. So, there's something that you have to tell I'm going to have to pull a different one because this is about something else. But there's something that's, for some of you, there's something that you have to tell somebody. They're not going to be happy about it. They're stuck in nostalgia. They're stuck in the way things used to be. They're stuck in thinking about, they're just very immature. They're not looking at the full picture. But you have to tell them the truth about something. And they're going to be mad as hell. But at the end of the day, this is the best time to do it, because even though they're going to be mad or feel some kind of way about it, the blow will be a lot less because you're not doing, because the moon is in Capricorn. So it's like they can be emotional, they can be feeling whatever, but you're going to be able to communicate with them in a way that doesn't trigger them. This is a triggering topic, but they won't respond as a triggered person, if that makes sense. That's what it has to say for some of you. For others of you, you are doing a lot of work. Just make sure the work that you're doing aligns with what it is that your goals are. Also, take more time to invest in the direction you want to go instead of just kind of like throwing sticks and seeing if something happens. This full moon is telling you to slow down and assess and get a plan, which is what a Capricorn would do. You all over the motherfucking place. Also, like I said, we're in that Mercury retrograde shadow period, so this is saying revisit. And I think this is good for you because you do need to go back and look at stuff like, okay, what am I missing? Because you're missing a piece of the equation. Okay? All right, so we're going to go Scorpio. Full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Scorpio. Full moon in Capricorn for you, Scorpio, is illuminating some shit you don't want to talk about. You think and feel like you're protecting yourself, but you're not. You're creating an island. And you are so stuck in your ways, stuck in the tragedy of what's going on. You're not looking at the full picture and how your beliefs of what's happening are causing you pain. I feel like for some of you, this is like a relationship didn't work out or opportunity didn't work out. So now instead of like reaching out and doing more, you just like not doing nothing, right? Or you're doing very bare minimum and you're telling yourself, you're just like, oh, you're telling yourself you're doing more than you are, but you're not doing shit. Like basically, you acting like you the victim, but you created the circumstances to be the victim in. Eight of Swords. Let me tell you something. There's no card in a tarot deck I hate more than the Eight of Swords. Because, bitch, you gotta take that shit off your face and do what you got to do for you. I hate the Eight of Swords. Just want to let you know. But this is you being a victim. I don't know why you want to be a victim. It's like, also too, I feel like this full moon is bringing out the fact that like, if you made yourself and you made your life this hard, so like now that's your excuse for everything. And it's really holding you back, but you think that it's protecting you, but it's not. It's really, and it's highlighted now because you're starting to feel the loneliness. You're starting to feel like the frustration. For others of you, I see that your intuition is calling you to be calm after some type of tumultuous situation with a relationship. I feel like maybe for some of you, you just found out that your partner was cheating, or you're taking somebody back after a break. And stay the course with this because things are going to work themselves out. But I feel like just looking at this here, you know that the break in the space was necessary so you could get further, but you also are very nervous as to whether or not things are going to go the way they need to. A lot of that is here, so stop calling in here and listen here in your heart and apply your discernment. And if your discernment is saying, don't stay, don't stay. But I don't think that's going to be the case with this Triumph card. Okay? We're getting through these. If you want a question answered, please drop $3 in a cash app. All right, because after I do this, I'm jumping over here. Sagittarius. Wow, this full moon is bringing out how you be doing too much. You behave in a manner sometimes that you can be a mean girl for some of you, or you have bad habits that makes people not want to be around you, and now you're starting to see why your social life is the way it is or why your personal life is the way it is. And instead of taking this and being angry at people, when you get this when you recognize what I'm speaking about, I want you to take the time to like withdraw and do some work or just process, because it's you. Also too, I feel like for some of you, you do too much. Like you might be too loud. You might just be too, you just too Sagittarius for some folks. Get with people who like that shit. Also for some of you in relationships, you're too clingy or too controlling or too just, Get with somebody that like that shit. Because that's the thing. You constantly feeling like slighted, but that's because you're dealing with people who don't like you. And that's where the inevitability card is coming up. Everything that you're feeling right now is because you're out of alignment. And you need to find people who like you and can tolerate the shit that you be on. Because you be doing too much. For others of you, you are stressed because you're waiting to see how your investments turned out. You're really worried about where you're investing your energy. For some of you, this has to do with a stock or like a crypto situation. For others of you, this has to do, I feel like you're waiting on a promotion. You've been, at a job for a while. You're waiting for, some of you, you're waiting to hear or see if the person's going to propose to you or be like, hey, are we in a one-on-one relationship? You're putting more stress into the situation than it's worth, because The Seven of Pentacles speaks to just waiting and watching for it to grow. So it's definitely going to take longer than you think. This is the long game card. It's about being patient. The best advice that you're going to get, the best advice I can give you, and the advice that they're speaking to with this full moon is adventure. So you need to go outside. Stop sitting around waiting on Willie and get outside with your girl, okay? All right. And you like to do that anyway, Capricorn. Sagittarius, you're crazy. So just bye, go outside. Capricorn. So for the sign of Capricorn, under this Capricorn full moon, some of you are going through a breakup and you're doing your best to heal. But you're at this crossroads where it's like, do you want to be open and available to do the work, or do you want to tune back into yourself? Spirit is saying tune back into yourself with this Nightlight card. It's funny how it came back up. This is talking about gamble, hanging out, like he gives Vegas energy. But what's also interesting about that is we have choices. So it's saying you need to go out, you need to gamble on yourself. You spent a lot of time on this relationship and doing what you need to. I'm trying to keep your face off the camera. Hey, baby. Right. You spent a lot of time. I apologize to the people over my hair. It's okay. You're fine. You're beautiful. It's a lot of time and energy on this relationship, and now it's time for you to take care of yourself. You're recovering emotionally. You might even be getting an apology from this person, or them speaking about going, taking next steps. But just focus on what you need right now. Don't really think too much about what they're trying to do with you. Focus on what you need. For others of you, you're exhausted. You're burnt out, and you need to invest. This is kind of like the same energy. You need to take care of yourself, Capricorn. Like, take care of yourself. Prioritize you over the bullshit. Aquarius. I feel like this is the same cards. Aquarius. Ooh. I'm going to say this. Aquarius, if you see something, say something. You guys are already the sign that likes to take care of the world. But this is speaking to, if you see something, say something. We all know how things are right now, but Spirit is speaking to you to come forward if necessary. And not just like politically, but in your personal life, even advocating for yourself. That's the energy that I'm picking up on for you for this full moon that you need to tap into. Having the strength and courage to go forward. Because we have the Knight of Pentacles, right? As well as this Bravery card. And what's also interesting is we also have Waves. So this lets me know that you definitely need to stick to the plan and go forward, because it's going to help you with your stability. But at the same time, you need to not be afraid, right? Knight of Pentacles is literally saying just do it. But there's also these emotions, this fear you have. Fuck fear. Go forward, okay? That's what it's giving for some of you. For other Aquariuses, I am picking up on an energy that you got a bitter ex that is right around the corner that's going to try to make contact with you, right? If you going to sleep with them, but don't do nothing much else than that. Nothing is going to change. This person is who this person is, and there's a nastiness about them, something in their energy or spirit that you don't like. Let it go, okay? Pisces, girl. Now, why would you come on here and betray me like this? Baby, this full moon say you clingy, girl. This full moon says you gotta remember that you that bitch, because you clinging on to old and dead relationships instead of letting them go to move forward. And look who's in the center. Okay? This is what you want to have. This is what you can have. But you gotta let go of this shit, and you gotta believe in your abilities. I do not know why you are holding on to these old relationships. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been doing things the same way for so long. So now it's like, oh, there's actually a different way to do that. Or you just felt like the only way you could be loved or be seen is to show up in a certain capacity. That's not the case. This is talking to me. This is in my business. I don't know why, so we're going to go and read the next card. But, yeah, Pisces, no. Same energy, but different stuff. We got Epiphany and Rebellion. It's time for you to, this full moon is letting you know it's time for you to step into you. We also got the Knight of Wands here, which speaks about being passionate, high energy, just taking action and going forward. You are that bitch, like I just told you. But you gotta know you that bitch, you gotta feel like you that bitch, and you gotta move forward and act like you that bitch. Okay? That's what the full moon gonna have you feeling like, okay? And Capricorn. There's some questions that you also have to ask yourself. Don't get too hung up on like, wow, why did it take me so long? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Just focus on being in the present and being in the now and making things better from that, okay? Now, I'm going to pull an abundance card for each sign to see what is going on. Who is in here? Hey, Deshauna. Hi, Nikki. Hey, Victoria. I don't know who you is, which sign you is, so I'm sorry if I did y'all wrong. I just was reading. I didn't see who was Captain Stray, so my apologies. What's your sign, Victoria? What's your sign? Because I feel like, what's your sign? I need to know now. All right, so, mutable energy. My Pisces. Actually, I'm gonna just do water, fire, air. Water signs. You need to start exercising and going outside. Water, fire. Stop having a poor mindset. Let go of being broke, okay? Water, fire, air. Before you pay anybody, before you do anything, take care of you. Okay, then you give what's left to the rest. And earth. God is not on a budget. Ask for more. Whatever you want, you can have tenfold, but ask for it, okay? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to watch this video. I really appreciate you. And yeah, happy full moon in Capricorn. Bye.